There we go.
There we are. I thought I clicked the button,
What's up,
y'all.
Chris?
I'm sitting here waiting. So, how's it going?
I think Chris is stuck.
You might be thank you, Colleen. You might be having some technical difficulties with the Wi-Fi.
I don't know. I know Keith had a hell of a time last night.
God, did he ever?
Keith was like, I'm coming. No.
Nope. Was it like 3 or 4 times it took him?
Yeah. I got it this time. Negative.
No, you in fact do not.
Back up, restart, and try again.
Yep. Poor guy. What'd you just say goodbye to? Oh, Colleen and Desiree are getting ready to go Instacarting, but they are, I don't even know what they're doing. I think she's fixing her some lunch before she goes. So we've got, if I mute out, y'all just carry on because we've got stuff going on in the house between the dogs.
Oh, I'll be muting too when this guy just refuels his chainsaw next door.
Colleen, go pick up the towel that Lucy pulled down. Don't hit her. She said that was a little spank. So anyway, how's it going, guys?
I'm not awake yet, but I'm here.
Not awake.
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm tired. We were up at like 6 o'clock this morning with the dogs. So yeah, I've been awake and I don't want to be awake. Thought about a nap. But that didn't happen. So I guess maybe I'll have one later. But I am drinking some coffee on my Sunday sips. I asked Colleen if I should put some Kahlua in it, and she said that was probably not a good idea. So, and in honor of the fact that I'm getting ready to go to Cozumel again, I am drinking out of my Cozumel cup. But
there you go.
The printer, whoever made this cup, they didn't do it quite right. It's not centered. It's kind of off centered. And I didn't notice that when I bought the cup. And now it bugs me. So I've got to go back to Cozumel and get another coffee cup.
Oh,
it's only logical.
Damn the luck.
Yeah.
It's logical, right?
It is.
That's what I thought.
Makes perfect sense to me.
Like the time I went to Roatan, and I went to Roatan just so I could ride that chairlift. And when I got there, it was storming, raining, and lightning, and they shut it down. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
So gotta go back.
Gotta go back.
Go back.
It only makes sense.
You know,
I'm gonna have to go back to the ABC Islands because I watched Sea Leg Journey's video where they did the schooner, and I want to do that. And my mom is not. I mean, we're doing a different tour, and she is not a schooner, snorkeling person, and that's perfectly fine because I love what we're doing anyway. But I'm like, man, I got to go back because I want to go on that schooner trip. That looks so much fun.
Hell, I just want to go to the ABC Islands. I've never been.
Yep.
Oh, you've got to go. It's wonderful.
Tricia, I think I've been told that about once or 27 times.
Oh.
All right, Uncle Dave, we'll schedule a trip. After you get done with your yacht club trip, we'll go.
That's right. I want in.
Okay.
I want in. Give me plenty of notice so I have time.
Well, we got until what, 2028, right?
2028.
2028.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm going on the seashore in February of 28. So
as soon as we start getting schedules, as soon as we start getting schedules for 28 coming out, we'll get there. How's that sound?
There you go.
And there I am.
We got Danny Dizzle in the house. Good morning, afternoon. Are you guys still on the road? Are you heading back home? It was great to see you guys, you and your parents yesterday. And Nicole, hey, how's it going? Just scrolling on through here and seeing who's in. Mandy got stuck in the traffic from hell yesterday. They shut down part of 285 that goes around Atlanta. And so it's totally jacked up all of traffic all over Atlanta. So she got stuck in it. Caleb is here. How's it going, Caleb? Long time no see, Eddie and Tricia. That is right. We had a great time yesterday. I'll scroll on through here. Scotty J is in the house. Whoop, whoop. Hey. Let's see who else we got here. Cove Action said we flipped the switch to summer mode. It is going to be hot here today. I told my husband, he had a bike race this morning. I told him to take extra water because I don't want him like passing out. He's on his way home now to do the yard. So eventually I'll have the noise behind me too. So whenever he gets home and gets settled, we'll have to definitely cut it. And Will is in the house. Good morning to you. It is afternoon here, so my guess is you are where it's morning. I don't know where everyone's from. And
I still consider it morning because I just woke up, so
Still, hey, you know what? It's close enough. XM Vibes is in the house.
I wish I was still sleeping. I was up at like 6 this morning.
That was me.
5:30 or 6. Went through a pot of coffee and had breakfast. And
what was for breakfast?
Oh, I just made bacon and eggs, some toast, grits, simple stuff.
Simple stuff. That's good eating, though.
Yeah, bugs.
Got Lee is here working and lurking. Good. I guess Lee is in England, right?
England.
Yep.
Yeah, he's in the UK.
So it is evening for Lee.
Yeah. And Flip Flopping's over here too. They're across the pond too, I believe.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
That is true. I've been they just were here for a cruise not too terribly long ago, right, Chris? I remember correctly.
So, yeah. Yep.
Thought so too.
Jerk sauce and Jack Shack. Yes, indeed.
Nice.
I got the address, Mandy. I got the address to that place in Grand Third. Trust me.
I have not been, but when I go,
that is, like when you go like to Ocho, go to Ocho Rios, people are like, oh, you go to Ocho, man, you got to do the sauce and the monkeys. Well, when you go to Grand Turk, you got to go to get the jerk sauce and go to Jack Shack.
Okay,
that's like a must. That's a must do.
Good to know. I haven't been there, so when I go, I will definitely have to connect with you guys and find out all the details on what I need to do.
Well, the 5.0 will be going there.
Oh, that's one on 5.0? Yes. Mm-hmm. She went upstairs, I believe.
Y'all make it, you're making it harder and harder for me not to go now. Because every time we get about something, oh yeah, the 5.0 is going there. Oh yeah, 5.0 is going there. I'm like,
you should definitely book 5.0.
Oh, I'm going to.
Yeah.
Just see if I can pull it off.
When I hear ABC stores, I think of Hawaii.
I think of he said ABC store. That's the liquor store, isn't it? Isn't the ABC store the liquor store?
Yeah,
ABC store is
Virginia.
Like 7-Eleven in Hawaii, I think.
Huh.
We can get all the good souvenirs and cheap souvenirs and good food that's on the cheap instead of having to go out to eat all the time.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see. Up there's Flip Flopping, and I'm sorry, I meant to say hi to Lano. I'm not sure if she's still here or not. I put it up there, but I forgot to say hi. First time I've managed to get on while you are live. Nice to meet y'all.
Appreciate you having in.
Flip Flopping. Good to have you here. Scrolling on through, seeing who I've got. JC is in the house. How you doing, JC? He went live yesterday. Chase couldn't do it, I guess, and so JC went out and caught the sail away. So that was a lot of fun to watch. And I was at the nail salon for most of it, so I listened. But yeah, it was a lot of fun to listen. It was crazy out there at the port. They were doing speedboat races, so it was a calm day at the port.
We have them here in Lake Pontchartrain. They got the big power boats running. It's crazy the amount of people that go out there. It's nuts. I can't say who else. Yeah, Red Clay does.
Sucks.
Eat the big one. Yeah.
It is not fun. It stains everything. I can remember I wore a white T-shirt over my swimsuit this years ago. My uncle had a boat and we went out. This would be the uncle that we call Buick Boy. But we had gone out on the boat in one of the lakes here in Georgia, and I just wore my white T-shirt over my swimsuit. And when I got out, my white T-shirt was stained Georgia red clay color from the lake. That was ridiculous. That shirt never was the same again. It was a brand new white shirt too.
Wow.
So, well, Meg, aka Plum Crazy, hopefully everything goes smoothly with getting those lines in. Lee says hi, post and panel.
Yes.
We got everyone saying hi. We got the Bud Files here.
The Bud Files.
Whoop, whoop. How's it going?
Morning.
Huff Action says tomorrow, 90s tomorrow, then back to the 50s Thursday, Central New York. Yeah, it's supposed to be. They said it like a heat wave.
That's crazy.
And then it's supposed to drop like a cold front.
Yeah,
I mean, it's the same thing here. I mean, the weather's so absolutely retarded. It could be 40s, 30s, 40s. Then the next day, 75. And then the day after that, back in the 40s and then 80. I mean, no wonder everybody's sick. I mean, the weather can't make up its mind, you know?
Yeah, we're so schizophrenic here, too, because we're not getting quite to the 90s. We're only going to get to the 80s, but then Thursday's bottom's supposed to drop out again back in the 50s. It's supposed to get an inch of rain on Tuesday. So, yeah, we don't know what we're doing. Might need to build a boat. Might need to get some suntan lotion. Who knows?
Might need to get logs for the fireplace. You know,
Yeah, exactly. Keep your winter clothes out. Get the shovel. Who knows? Might have another snow.
You never know. One thing's for sure, I can tell you that we're not going to get snow here in Georgia. If we do, we have major issues, and you probably want to get right with Jesus, and just because the world is coming to an end. But
that snowstorm we had in January here, everything was closed. Everything. There was nothing open. Nothing anywhere. It was crazy.
Got cruising on comps. Hey, how you doing? The dogs are chasing each other again. They've been sleeping all morning long. I get on a live. What do? They chase each other.
No, I'm the king of that one. My dog's got everybody beat. Because she's not in here now, but I turned the TV down and she heard me talking and she was in here on the bed at my feet, moving around. I'm like, oh, here we go.
Waiting for you.
About to happen, you know.
Y'all going? All right. Be safe. Have fun. See you later. Don't crash the car. It's not recommended. It's not recommended. I know. Well, she said I'm going to crash the car, so I said don't crash the car.
Yeah, that's
not recommended.
If she crashes the car, it's not good for her health.
It's not. And she's not getting another one if she does, so never mind. Y'all just be safe. Have fun. I'll lock you out. Adios. Don't take the animals with you. Eddie's like, go already.
Yeah.
We're talking about it and do it.
I know, right? Scott is here. How's it going, Scott? How is vacation?
Scott. Lori
just got back from vacation. She was on a nice cruise. We've missed having Lori around.
Yep, and Lori just had a birthday yesterday, I believe, too.
Happy birthday to you.
To you.
I'm just scrolling on through. I'll get down here eventually. Tricia, don't crash the car. That's right. All right, we hit the bottom, so now I can keep up. I had to show y'all. I'll never have this in here, but back in February, my friend and I went to this sip and paint thing, and what we were supposed to paint and what actually ended up happening didn't happen. But this is what mine turned out to be. So I did big city vibes, and that is the extent of my artistic abilities.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
It ain't pretty.
I'll hang it at the Sea Wave Lounge.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I'll let you hang it up in the Sea Wave Lounge. I was bummed that they didn't have like a ship or something, but I'm not good enough to. Because they go there and they have like the picture on the screen of what you're supposed to paint, and they're trying to give you instructions as you go. And so I'm trying my absolute best to do it, and I just like, screw it, this is what's going to happen. And I don't remember what they had. They did not have Big City Vibes. They had, I think maybe I don't know if they had Atlanta. I don't remember what they had there, but I put Big City Vibes. I figure that was close enough. Alice is here. Hey, Alice, how you doing? We missed you yesterday. Hopefully you're feeling better.
Yep.
Let's see.
Sorry, I was muted. Hi, Alice. My dogs were barking out there, so I muted this. I'll be muting off and on because this,
Yep.
Bob the Builder next door here.
Can we fix it?
Yes, we can.
Oh, after this live, I'm going to fix it. You can bet on that.
She says she's feeling better, but still have a cough and congestion. Well, I am glad you are feeling better, my friend.
I've been having that for a couple of days. Like the sinus stuff with the postnasal drip. I'm coughing and,
I really think that it's just the season. Everything starts draining with the changing temperatures. The weather doesn't stay consistent. Then you've got everything in bloom, and your nasal passages and everything. They just don't know what to do with all that, and so.
Oh yeah, allergies are rough. Hey,
yeah,
Bill.
Sniffles.
Bill, are you home, or are you gallivanting the globe?
Who knows?
Who knows?
You never know. It's like, no, I'm sitting on the beach in the Mykonos, watching
exactly.
YouTube.
Hey, Malibu, thanks for rolling in.
Malibu is here in the house. Cruising Chris is maybe an impromptu trip to Tampa. Nice. You'll have to let me know if you do that. I might have to take an impromptu trip down myself. I might come and say hi.
When is that? When is that? I'm leaving. I'm going to be in Fort Myers Wednesday.
This is probably going to happen sometime over the summer. So we're still in the early stages. Don't know if we can for sure do it, but kind of mentioned a couple things last night. So we're going to see what happens.
Bill said always home. Yeah,
Always
but
home.
That's really not home for you. Is anywhere you are. I mean, are you in your place of dwelling? Where there's a closet and stuff. I mean,
technically there's a closet on the ship too.
I know, but like your name is on the deed of
deed.
Said place.
The place where you receive your mail.
There you go. Knowing Bill, he probably forwards his mail to the ships anyway. So,
Hey, Bill, welcome back. We got your mail for you.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
But really, you never know when he's home. Never.
You got a question when you're cruising, Chris. Are you flying back from Japan? What you doing? Mally, curious.
Malibu, we are flying round trip from Japan, so we're going to fly out there probably late June, first part of July, and then come back probably a few days after our cruise is over. So we're going to fly round trip. That's the plan. Too far to swim, so
practice that. The butter. No, that's the breaststroke. That's the breaststroke, isn't it? I think that's the breaststroke. I don't know.
Yeah, that's breaststroke.
I don't know. I do good just stay above the water.
Breaststroke, butterfly, backstroke, side stroke. Yeah. Too far to swim.
I do good just to stay above the water.
Yeah, I did actually look to see if there's a one-way cruise there, but those are all in like October and early part of the year, from like Seattle or something. But
yeah, like the repositioning type cruises.
Yeah, like a repo cruise. Yeah, but that didn't work out. So
speaking of, oh Lord, stroking. So speaking of cruises, our topic today, and so I'm curious to see what everyone's thoughts are. What do you do on a cruise when there's nothing to do? And I use the term nothing to do because there's always something to do. But when there's nothing that interests you on the schedule, what do you like to do in that downtime when you're not being active? What are the things you like to do? I'll go first. Everyone knows I was going to make today just about books to read on vacation, but I thought that's not really going to be something that we all talk about. Not everyone's a reader, and so but I do like to read a book, and I do have a book suggestion to give. It's not one that I've read. It's not even out yet. But so I like to read. But what about you guys? What's something that you guys like to do?
For me, I've got two things. One is I'm a people watcher, so I've done that all my life, even if it's at the mall or especially on a cruise ship. I'll go sit at like the schooner bar or somewhere else in a public area. Just people watch. I just like doing that. Or if it's a sea day naps are glorious because I don't get a chance to take a nap at home.
Oh, man.
That's why I love my sea day nap.
Sea day naps are a must.
Yes.
They ought to put that on the schedule.
Yeah. Kind of like in kindergarten, man. I just love it. Rocks you to sleep, baby. Oh, man.
Nap time is the best time.
Yep.
I like to eat. So, I'll go find something to eat. And the same, just like Chris, like sit up on the Lido deck, a few rows up, and just watch people.
Yeah.
We
I don't point and laugh or anything, but, I'm usually by
just a
myself.
watcher. I just
So,
observe.
it's just sometimes it's just like, what is this fool doing? It's just amazing just to watch, just sit and watch people.
If we're in the atrium and let's say between activities, and there's no other thing to do, we stay there. We play a war, and then I probably get myself a cup of coffee, and then we kind of do the same thing. We watch people go by or whatever, or sitting down, and then I start making conversation of what they're saying to each other, and Alice is like, "What?" So I'd be like making fun of other people in their whatever they're doing. They might be talking about booking a cruise, and I'm over here saying, "Oh yeah, I crashed the car and I was trying to do laundry and some other stuff," and Alice is like, "What?" I get her all confused and stuff like that. Or we just go and go sit in the buffet and snack on something, and again, play cards and. She might bring her Sudoku book and do some other stuff, and we just chill, relax, and most times we just pack up and then go back to the cabin and lay down, get ready for dinner later or something. So yeah.
To tell you how much of a nerd I am, even though I'm on vacation, I still can't turn my brain off from work. Since I do the sports medicine stuff, when I kind of do my people watching, I kind of watch their gait, how they're walking and stuff like that, and see if I can diagnose, okay, do they have a hip injury, a hip deficit,
God,
short leg, a long leg,
Dr.
injury.
Chris is on the spot.
Yeah, I've always done that since college, and I just can't turn my brain off from doing it. I'll just watch them, see if they got a limp, see how their gait is, see how their foot strike is, and I just do that unconsciously. It's just crazy. Yeah, I'm a nerd.
He got a bad back.
Yeah,
she's flat-footed.
Yeah,
we don't like it's about the sport.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm like you guys. I don't make fun of anybody or anything. I'm just watching them and just kind of like analyzing their gait and just kind of looking at them and say, oh, that's a good outfit, or I didn't think of that, or oh man, they really got something wrong with their knee or something.
Don't watch me walk around and I'll have you totally bamboozled. He's got bad feet, bad knees. One or two maybe bad hips. I think his back's messed up.
He's drunk.
Or he's just drunk. No, I like to drink and I do drink quite a bit, but I don't get like 3 sheets. I don't get bad enough to fall down and sue Carnival for $300,000.
Exactly.
I don't get that bad.
Yeah.
I get to that stage where I'll get a beer and drink about half of it or whatever, and I can tell I'm like, this doesn't even taste good anymore. Time to get something to eat, and I'm going.
Yeah. I like to, you're talking about going and people watching. I like to do that during things like the trivia and when they're
Oh, yeah.
doing various games, charade type games, whatever. I love to watch that, even if I'm not participating, which I rarely ever do. I love to go sit and watch it. So technically, I mean, it is something on the schedule, but it's not something that I'm actually doing as much as it is I'm sitting back and just taking it all in because that's some funny stuff.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
you know, the things they do on the Lido deck, like the Mr. Lido competitions or whatever. Um, those kind of things. I've
Yeah.
not actually been out there for those, but I've seen some of the videos and I keep thinking I need to make sure I go watch these events because they look like tons of fun, but I just haven't done it. Um, but I do like to people watch. And half the time when I have a book, I'm usually sitting there with the book in hand, but I read a little bit and then my head's up watching people as they're going by and listening to their conversations because it's crazy the things that people will say when they think no one's paying attention.
Oh,
Yep.
I've walked
Yeah.
through like the buffet where you come out like on Carnival. You go through the buffet and you come out and like got either Guy's Burger or Blue Iguana, whatever side you come out, and just to not really listening in, but just to overhear people that are there talking. I'm like, them people are strange, They're talking about whatever, but yeah, it's some of the conversations. I'm like, yeah, y'all shouldn't be talking about stuff like that on a cruise ship.
And the thing is I know a little bit about a few languages. Not that I can converse in any language fluently, but I can pick up keywords here or there. And you hear somebody talking in a foreign language and hear something that's, kind of not appropriate. And I'll just kind of like
Yeah.
chuckle and they'll look at me like, what the hell,
Yeah, how's
No
you
enough.
know who
That's pretty funny.
I don't know what it is, but it sounds funny.
Yeah.
I like to laugh when, like, if they start laughing, I like to start laughing like I know what they're saying.
Yeah.
Oh man, I could see somebody doing that.
That'll freak them out.
Yeah. But the downside is they would probably start trying to talk to me like I understood what they were saying. And then I have to be like, I'm so sorry. I have no clue.
Yeah, like you hear him speaking. You hear him speaking like a Spanish or Philippines or whatever, and they're all laughing. Like you walk by, you say, "Ha, that was funny." Yeah, right on, and just keep on going. What the hell's going on with this guy?
Yep.
Is that a cat?
It is. I sat in here thinking that Poe would leave me alone. Nope.
Yeah.
He came in here and he just meowed for attention. He's now. You see the paw? There he is.
No, I see the whole head.
The whole head. He came in. He wants attention.
There it
He's
is.
such a needy boy.
Yeah. Malibu was saying he likes to do his cruise content. Well, see, I'm up at 4:00 in the morning, so that's when I usually do all my cruise content. Let my wife sleep, so I leave her alone, and that's when I go out and do my ship tours and all that other stuff. And usually it works pretty well with not getting too many people in. There's some other crazies that are up at 4:00 in the morning getting their coffee at Cafe Albaccio or wherever else. But
Oh yeah, that's me.
usually it's pretty good.
It doesn't matter what time I go to bed. I'm up between 4 and 5. No problem.
No, we don't get up that early.
Take a shower. After a shower, I'm usually ready for breakfast. But now I got to wait 2.5 to 3 hours for the breakfast stuff to open. So I go sit up and go up, get me a cup of coffee, go up to the smoker's deck, chill out there, have a cigarette. One morning I went out and I ran into the dog and the handler on the ship about 4:30 in the morning. I ran into them. They were walking on the track, and I'm sitting down there with my coffee, and I'm just chilling, watching, and I kept hearing somebody talking. I'm like, what in the hell is going on? So I'm like, well, so I walked upstairs, and sure enough, the handler was walking the dog on the, the walking track or running track. I'm like, he's like, hey, how you doing? And I'm like, I'm just making sure I wasn't going crazy. I heard people talking. He's like, yeah, we have conversations in the morning. I'm like, yeah, okay, dude, you go ahead and do you. I'm talking to the dog.
See, another thing we do when there's not much to do, anything like that. Not at 4 o'clock in the morning, but in the afternoons, between breaks or whatever. There's a part of the ship we don't know about. Then we go there and check it out. There's a new venue or something, or the restaurant is open and we never been in, and we go in, check it out. Take a walk around,
Yeah.
then get out and move on. Stuff like that. And if
I mean, like, yeah,
like I did with
I
in the Islander, we walked by the MDR, and I grabbed the phone, set it up on the wheel, and I went in, and I took a drive around the whole place and came back out. And we did the same thing in the casino. Casino was empty, so I was riding the scooter, and I just went around filming around the whole place, and got out. And then we caught up with the trivia again. We went back again, and we in the Islander we did trivia so much that the kid, the Brazilian guy, Cusco, we did it so much that he knew our names already, and right off the bat. So we walked in, he goes, "Oh, okay, here comes Eddie and Alice." I'm like, so yeah.
right. I like to like when there's when there's really nothing going on. I like to just walk around the ship and look for all the little secret hallways and corridors
Yep.
that get you to public spaces that nobody knows about. Like getting up as far forward as you can go, on the bow, or for those decks up there, because they're just not doors that get you outside. It's like 2 or 3 doors to get out there.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But it doesn't say crew only or anything like that. But you really have to have like a map of the ship, and then you just look at it like, oh, let's go check this out. And
Yeah, because there's
all
like
that.
some. They've got like some interior They call them interior cabins, but they have windows. But then they've got their walking space right out in front of there too. I've seen those. Haven't been to one, but I've seen them. So yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, Uncle Dave.
I had one. Which ship was it? I think it was the Valor. I had what they call a double interior, or an interior. So you got your 2 hallways, you got a balcony and an interior. Well, on the Valor, on like deck 6, there's a hallway that runs down the middle, and there's a row of rooms in there, and they're bigger than your standard interior rooms. I had one of those, and it was
That's
awesome.
cool.
It was a big L, and it was great. I loved it, absolutely loved it. But yeah, like the center hallways. When you're walking on a ship and you're walking down, they got the cut throughs that go like to the elevators and the stairs and all that kind of stuff. Well, sometimes they'll have another hallway that runs down there, and then that's where they're at.
Huh. I don't think I've ever seen those. That's pretty cool.
That's a nice tail you got over there.
Yeah.
Hey, what the? Like when the boom microphone comes down.
Yeah, right.
Feel me like, what the hell just happened?
He's being extra. He's all over the place. So needy.
Being extra cuddly.
Yep. Hey, Mitch and Bam, how's it going?
What's up, Mitch?
Mitch.
That phone in pork butt.
That's right. I haven't said it yet, but be sure that you are clicking like on whichever stream you are on, or do a little bit of channel hopping and go ahead and give everybody a like. And if you are here for the replay, thank you very much. Give us a hashtag replay. Let us know you are here. I'm so glad that you are here.
Drop on down one more message because Sherman beat you to it.
Oh, there you go. Hey, appreciate that.
Thanks, Sherman.
I just drew a complete blank on what I was going to say. So y'all carry on. It'll come back to me eventually.
You were thinking of a nap. That's what happened.
I was thinking about that nap. Probably.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
naps are glorious on the ship.
I don't think I've ever. No, I have not ever gone back to the room to take a nap. I have fallen asleep in a deck chair.
Oh, I will not do that.
Well, fortunately, I was sunscreened
Not out
up.
on the open.
Yeah, I was
I'll
sunscreened
wake
up, and my
up looking
friend was
like
right next
Chris.
to me.
Like a lobster.
I'd probably have somebody call 911 on me because I'd snore so loud they'd probably think the ship was probably going under or something.
Oh, wow.
Somebody get medical. He's dying.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think I was that bad. Maybe I wasn't that asleep, but definitely dozed off and that's a nice thing to do as well, just to kind of doze. Love to go get a coffee and just chill out. That's my favorite thing to do with a book. And I told you guys that I was going to give a book recommendation, and I was going to share a picture of it, but Lord, I was on here earlier and I can't figure out how to share a picture. So I'm just going to tell you what the book is. But now, fellas, I'm going to give you a disclaimer. This may or may not be up your alley. But ladies, if you like romantic comedies, if you like rom-coms, there is an author named Catherine. Y'all are so cute. There's an
Don't
author
screenshot
named,
that, Scott.
oh, please, Scott. I hope you screenshot that, and I hope it shows up everywhere.
Don't ask Scott. Ask Danny. She probably did.
Danny, go
Oh,
back
I
and check
forgot
the
about
replay.
Danny.
But Catherine Center has a book coming out at the end of this month called The Shippers. And my friend actually told me about it, and it takes place on a cruise ship, and there's a cruise ship wedding. And of course, she's trying to, she is the sister of the bride, and she, I think, is trying to weasel her way back into someone's life, and she's got an accomplice. It's a fella, not the one she's trying to weasel her way back into his life. I say weasel, not really weasel, but at any rate, she's trying to make herself noticed. And apparently I'm guessing that the love interest is going to end up being the friend who's trying to help her. But it's called The Shippers. And if you are into rom-coms, it might be a good one. Catherine Center, actually, she writes a lot of good rom-coms. I've read a few of her books. So it's one that I will, I'll either get it and download on my Kindle, or I may purchase the actual copy of it. But I'm trying to steer away from buying physical books and doing more digital. So I may just get it on my Kindle and read it. But that's a good little summer book to take you ladies into vacation mode. And for you fellas and ladies, if you are so inclined, if you have not read Project Hail Mary, I've talked about it before. I think the author is Andy Weir. I'll look it up. But that book is so good. It is sci-fi. And I absolutely loved it. I'm going to look it up real quick because it's going to drive me crazy if I don't. Project.
Well, if I ever learn how to read, I might get a book.
They
got
Andy
they got
Weir.
pictures in them. I'm all over it.
Yeah, usually my books that I read for fun have a lot more pictures in them. Like drawing cartoons and stuff.
I like
that.
the ones. I really like the ones that I open them up and like a little house pops up and two little deer.
Mine usually have like Marvel and
bunny rabbits or something.
Spider-Man.
Comic books work. Take you some comic books.
Are you
Mr.
muted,
Lugo?
Eddie?
Yes, Eddie.
He's
I
asking what a book is.
was saying something weird. What is the book anyway? What's book?
What's a book?
What's a book?
Yeah, what's that? What
It's
is
a
that?
it's
I don't
a
know. It's this crazy new fad these people are doing. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
it's a YouTube video that you swipe and you use your words, I guess.
Okay.
You don't want me to use my word. I said I was going to be good through this.
So y'all said you needed a picture book. This is not exactly the picture book
What's
you
a
were
good-
talking about, but this book here is called Hidden Pictures. You need to. This is another really good one. It's by Jason Rakulik, and it does have drawings within the book, and the drawings get more graphic and intense the further you go along, and that's an intense book. It was really good. It was a 5-star read. So it's a little bit scary, kind of paranormal-ish. So really good book. And there's pictures. So there you go. There's a picture book for you. But I know what I was going to say. You were talking about playing
my
cards.
picture books, you got to be 18 years or older to buy. So
Well, and they have a cover on the front so that minors don't actually see what's in them. They have that hidden. Yeah.
A cardboard. Yeah. I mean, from what I've heard. So.
Oh, okay. We're
I've
talking
got
about
this
playing.
on the Comic-Con cruise, so
Okay.
autograph copy. It's an
Those
autograph
count.
copy.
Those count. And you can do like manga. Logan loves, I think it's called manga. I think it's pronounced manga. MANGA.
Yeah. This is autographed by the artist, so.
Nice. See, those all count for reading. You don't have to read novels.
Well, like when I fly, I'll go pick up 2 magazines. Whether it's fishing or remote. I got a bunch of remote control cars and stuff, big cars, and I'll get magazines on that, and I'll read them on the flight, and I'll bring them on the ship with me. And if I get bored, I'll thumb through it.
Yeah. I took cards last time, and we never even busted them out because I forgot I bought cards. So I'm taking them again on this next cruise. I do like to play games. We just never did. But I have a feeling that we'll probably want to have some downtime, just the 4, because it's going to be 4 ladies, and I doubt that we're going to spend every waking moment on the Lido deck at the pool. So I'll take some Uno or Phase 10. I am going to take, I've got Apples to Apples. Have you ever played that game? It's
I've heard of it.
It's a fun game. It's nice and interactive, but the box is huge. So I'm going to take everything out of the box and put it in a baggie so that I don't have to pack a box. But we have a good time playing. So maybe I'll take some video of that. I'll see if I can get us together to play some games on the cruise, because I do like that. That was actually my first cruise. It was my aunt, my cousin, my mom, and me, and my cousin's young child who was 3, I think. But the toddler needed a nap, and so we sat on the balcony. We had our balcony opened so that our rooms could, we could go back and forth. And so we sat on the balcony while the toddler took a nap, and we played Uno. And literally, that was probably some of the best fun I had of all the activities they had on the ship. Just sitting out and looking at the ocean and playing games, that was a lot of fun. So we have it.
Tell you how many times I've seen people playing Uno on a ship. That's like the number 1 game on a ship is Uno. Or what's the other one?
Phase 10, Skip-Bo.
Phase 10.
Uno and Phase 10 are our favorites.
That's the 2 most games I've seen played on a ship. I mean, as opposed to when they play Bones or Checkers and stuff like that. But as far as card games, that's the 2 most popular card games I've seen played on the ship.
JC wants to know if reading the food menu counts.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Yes, it does.
Absolutely.
That's the only thing I read back and forth 3-4 times just to make sure that I get what I want.
Yeah. That is serious reading right there.
I'll scan the QR code and I'll sit in my room or wherever I'm at, and I'll scroll the menu and I'll make myself hungry, and then I go eat.
Yeah. Oh, I've planned out what I want to eat 100 times. I keep going back to it. I'm like, oh, I'm going to order this, I don't know, beef Wellington or whatever. I don't know. Oh no, I'm going to order the, this fish. This looks really good. Oh no, the chicken looks really good. I've ordered like 15 different times.
I used to do that on.
I definitely want to have this, and this tonight. I get either to the MDR. Okay, yeah, that's all right. So I'm going to MDR for.
Yeah, I used to do that.
Totally different.
Automatically, every time we went to the MDR, it was steak, no matter what. Steak. Since November, since we did the Aqua, then now I grab the menu and I go through something different, something I haven't tried out, or something that sounds different, whatever. Let me try something new. No more steaks. I haven't had a steak in I don't know how long. But before, always steak.
I always get something different.
Yeah,
one thing I've never done, I've never gone to the MDR for breakfast. I've been told I need to try the MDR for breakfast. It's better than the buffet, but I mean the buffet is faster, and I'm gonna check it out. But I'm about to get on I'm gonna be getting on the Jubilee here in September, so I don't think there'll be a downtime for anything.
Yeah.
So,
See,
There's
the
definitely a lot.
MDR I think is pretty quick for breakfast. Because they've got a pretty quick turnaround. I mean, I've never really had to sit there and wait for my breakfast.
Mhm.
Because they get the eggs and pancakes or whatever out pretty quick.
Yeah.
I want to, and also want to do that. What is that? What is the fast dining or what are they?
The express dining.
Express dining. I want to try that too. Because I mean, I'm granted I cruise by myself, but I'm still not a fan of sitting in there for an hour and 45 minutes.
Breakfast is not as
to
long.
get a piece of fish this big and a salad and a dessert.
Yeah. I haven't done the express, but I don't know. I like that downtime because I feel like at home we don't sit down and eat and talk and the way that we do on on a cruise. And it for me it's a great downtime. It's a great time to take me out of my norm, especially like around here, we're all going in, multiple different directions. And even when we do sit down to eat, it's quick and we all finish at different times and someone gets up and, goes about their business, doing whatever they got to do. So it's really, for me anyway, going to the restaurant to sit down and be served, even if it does take an hour and a half, 2 hours. It's nice to sit there and talk about what we've done, to look out at the view, especially if you look up and get a ocean view table. That's just perfection to me.
Yeah, my wife and I agree. We love going to the MDR for dinner, but we always try to make it a point to get out before the show starts.
I like to do early dining.
Yeah, we like to do early dining, but we like to get out before the show starts. The little waving of the napkins and
that show, yeah.
Yeah, the people who can't dance and sing try to dance and sing.
Right.
We love our waiters and stuff to death, but by golly, let them be waiters. Don't make them be performers.
Yeah. They didn't even do that. Either we got out before they did it or they just didn't do it when we were on Mardi Gras. Because I never saw it.
The only time we've stayed since it's really happened is one time we were on a ship where one of the previous waiters we had before, and he said, "Oh, Chris, you got to stay. You got to stay." I was like, "Dude, I will, just for you." But we try to get out.
Yeah.
Yep.
I usually do the my time or anytime dining.
Mm-hmm.
And if I get a good, if I get a good wait staff, that one time, the next time I go back, I'll request to be seated wherever, you can still do that. Like the regular, the early and late dining, that's your table. Whenever you come, you get the same table and the same wait staff. But with any time, you can still request, they're like, "Oh, they're not going to be ready for another 20 minutes. It's okay. Well, put me down. I'll be back in 20 minutes. I mean, it's still anytime dining. I dine when I want, but I can pick and choose, where. So
yeah,
I've done it a few times. And Rodrigo, if you're watching, I'll be seeing you again soon, my friend. That was my guy. That was the head waiter or the team leader or whatever was Rodrigo.
Yep. So, because my allergies, I like doing a set time, and we usually do the early dining, just because I'm usually eating so late here because of my job. We like to go down and sit, eat our early dinner, because that way we can have a little snack before we go to bed. So, we'll get the early dining, go catch a show, and go out and go have a beverage or something, and we'll catch a show or two and have a good time. So, but because of the allergies, I don't like doing the my time, because, like you said, you can always ask for the same table, but there's always no guarantee. But this way, the waiter gets to know me, and gets to know what I have, and
right. Well, I don't ask for the same table. Right. I ask for the same wait staff, because they're never at the same. And on the anytime, they're never at the same stations every single night.
Actually, they are.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never found it.
We have we've done it twice where we had the My Time dining, but the first time we had the My Time dining, but we really wanted to have a set time. Of course we couldn't get the set time, so we talked to them at the host stand and asked if there was any way we could have that same table and the same wait staff every night. And partly it was because of the allergies. My cousin's daughter is autistic and she has some food allergies, and it was a really good, the place that we had, that we were sitting was kind of in the back. And so it was a really good location for her. And so we talked to them at the host stand, and they were like, yeah, just be here every day at whatever time, 5 or 5, I think it was 5:30, that they told us to be there. And every day we just walked in, went straight to our table. They didn't seat us like they would at, normally at my
That's
time.
cool.
So we had the same.
Yeah, I like that they'll make exceptions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Yep. And like JC said,
the answers always no until you ask the question. So
yep.
Right.
And like JC said on his show the other day, because on Celebrity, they've got their 4 main dining rooms, and each dining room has its own theme. They have like a Mediterranean dining room, one's an Italian dining room. And, they encourage people to go around. But what a lot of people don't know is you can order any meal from any dining room at whatever dining room you're at. And I did know that before we went. And, when I told them about my allergies, they sat us at a table where no one else was around. And my wife does like eating fish. So what she would do is she would order her entree. They would let her sit at a table away from me, eat her entree, and then she'd come back and join me back for dinner or for dessert. So she could still eat what she wanted. I would be able to get what I wanted without having to go get an EpiPen or go make a trip to the med center. So
is that just for being around it? Just for being around?
Just for being around
Wow.
it. I cannot have it at the same table with me. It would start triggering my asthma and stuff like that. So
Oh wow.
yeah, they were very accommodating on Celebrity, and they made sure that there were no other people sat around our table. So yeah, we were kind of isolated, which I don't mind being around other people, but if it's too close, it will trigger me. And even on seafood nights, I won't go to the dining room. So.
Is it all seafood or is it just shellfish?
Shellfish is the main trigger when it comes to the airborne allergies, but fish, if I consume it, it triggers it. So
Okay.
Wow.
I got a friend of mine. I can't get over that. I have a friend of mine here, and he's allergic to shellfish. What do we eat here in South Louisiana? Crabs, crawfish, shrimp, oysters, all this stuff, and he's allergic to all of it. And I'm like, you need to move.
Yeah.
You need to move to I don't know, Iowa.
Arizona. Wow.
Can you imagine how miserable that is? You smell all this good food, knowing you're going to get, I think I'd have to kill myself. I don't know.
I mean, I kind of feel left out sometimes. On the Star Princess cruise we got coming up, one of the nights my wife wanted to try one of the seafood places, Seafood by Rudy or whatever it's called. And it would not let me, since we have specialty dining with our premier package, it would not let me book her in one and me in another. It would always say error and stuff like that. So I actually had to call the dining line to let them book her in that dining room, and I booked a steakhouse for me. So, I'm not going to keep her from eating her food. She likes to eat what she eats, so she'll just go one place, we'll go another, and we'll just get back together.
What you got to do to make it work
after it's over.
And,
so,
dude, I love going to like the steakhouse and stuff. But if you're a person that eats your steak well done, you need to get out and go get a hamburger or a chicken sandwich, because you're ruining a perfectly good piece of meat.
I used to eat my medium well, and now that's too done for me. But that's how I ate it growing up. That's how my mom always ordered it for me. And now the most I can do is medium.
Yeah.
Medium rare for me.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Because they halfway, whatever you order for, they halfway overcook it anyway. So just get it medium rare, and it'll come out exactly the way you want it.
Yep. Danny's allergic to shellfish. Doesn't
Correct,
matter if I don't
Mitch.
eat a lot.
Mitch, you're absolutely correct. No red meat should be well done ever.
Yeah. And for me, with my fish allergy, I cannot have food that's fried in the same oil as fish either. So like French fries, if they deep fry fish in it, I can't eat that either. So I try to stay away from French fries. So if they say I'm not sure if the fries are in the same oil or if they fry fish in that same oil, I just pass it. I just go without.
Yeah. The I guess the good thing is, like at Guy's Burgers, they don't do fish there, so you could always get their fries at the burger
Yeah,
place.
that's true.
Yep.
That's true.
Yep. And on the buffet at Royal Caribbean, they usually have their own French fry fryer too. And I always talk to the chef just to make sure. And they usually end up frying me a fresh batch of fries too when I ask them about it. So just for their own.
Sherman's funny. Look, knock its horns off, wipe its butt, drag it across the grill, bring me the plate.
Yeah.
That's it.
I was on a plane.
As long as it doesn't move when I stick it with that knife and fork, it's perfect.
Perfect. I was on a plane years ago. I was a teenager, middle school age, and my mom had won a trip to go to Los Angeles to go see New Kids on the Block. And yeah, I was ecstatic. I was in my little teenage heaven there. But we were on the plane, and this was back when everybody got a meal on the plane. And they asked me what I wanted. So yeah, that's how long ago it was. And so they asked me what
peanuts now.
Right. So they asked what I wanted, and I was like, I want the steak. Are you kidding me? I'm on a plane, and you're going to offer me steak? Yeah, I want a steak. And so anyway, they brought out the little steak or whatever. And you know how when you're on a plane, it's like there's just a hum of noise. People are talking. There's the sound of the engines and all that. So they laid this in front of me, and it came out really rare. And I swear it was like about the time I made my next comment, the entire plane went silent, and the entire plane heard me say a few Band-Aids, and this baby'd be out grazing again. I thought the guy next to me was going to choke, or next to my mom, because we had like 3 seats or whatever. He was going to choke, and the entire plane was just laughing. So yeah, that's my.
I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use that, sir. How would you like your steak cooked? Just a little bit past dead.
Right.
Just a little past dead.
Just get it ready. So all I need is a few more Band-Aids, and we can put it back to life.
Exactly.
Right. Oh, DC made it. Yeah.
Cam, it depends on the restaurant.
Yeah. How would you like your steak, sir? A little bit past dead. That's it.
A little bit.
Or a little past. Yeah. Just as long as there's just enough that there's not life left in it. That's about it. And I'm good.
Welcome in, Kane. How are you? Scrolling through here.
Yeah.
Kane likes ships. We all love ships here.
Yeah.
DC, hey, how's it going?
DC.
Good afternoon, DC.
Well, they had them a wild one the other day.
Oh yeah, that was a good show.
That was funny. I'm like, all right, who's gonna fall out first? You know.
That was a lot of fun. I was watching it thinking, okay, note to self, if and when I'm on the Ship Face show, make a very weak drink. Don't let Colleen make it. I'll never survive.
Nope. You read what the ship what the show was called. Them's the rules.
I know, right? See you later, JC.
Later, JC. See you, brother.
Jen and I are melting right now.
Melting?
Hot.
Was it hot? You will all be on. Oh.
You will all be on, yeah.
Yeah, you better
Maui
have to
wants,
prepare everybody.
Malibu wants to know what's everyone's favorite cruise terminal to sail out of.
Ooh. I haven't sailed out of many. I'm based out of New Orleans. I don't care for the New Orleans port. I know it's crazy, right? But I've been out of Galveston, Tampa, and Miami, and I didn't have a problem with any of them. The Tampa cruise port I found was the easiest to navigate. But Galveston and Miami, when I went, I mean, it was no more than 15 minutes from car to boat. You know, it didn't take me long. But like I said, I'm by myself. Even on a 7-day cruise, I take a carry-on backpack, you know, which is the size of a carry-on suitcase. But I go wherever I want. So I move through pretty quick. But yeah, Tampa, I really like Tampa. And when I went to Tampa, I had a good Uber driver that took me from my hotel to Tampa to the port. And she's like, okay, this is where you drop off your luggage. I said, I'm taking all my stuff with me. She's like, oh, we don't need to be in this line. She jumped out of line and shot straight up right to the escalators. She's like, you go up these escalators, show them your paperwork, you're inside. Sure enough, jumped out of the car, went up the escalators, showed them my little boarding pass. Oh, right through here. I went through, and they, you know, did the dog smell thing, and I got through all the stuff, and they were like, well, you know, you can sit over here, you know, your platinum diamond thing. You can sit over here and wait till they call you. And then they called us, we went on the ship, and that was it.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I liked it.
I've only been out of Jacksonville and Port Canaveral, and I liked both of them. I think Jacksonville is easier than Port Canaveral, just because there's literally, they can only house or hold 2 ships at a time. And when I went, it was just the Elation. So there's just, it's just so easy. And the parking, there's only one parking lot. You're not looking at multiple decks and having to, you know, find the right parking structure or whatever. It's literally, you park, you get out, you walk in. So that was really easy. But having said that, Port Canaveral is not really hard. It's the signage is really good. I think Terminal 6 is probably a little bit easier than Terminal 3. I think Terminal 3 is where Mardi Gras is. I think 1 is Royal Caribbean, so I think 3 is Carnival. But that's just because when you get off on Terminal 3, you're getting off in the inside of the parking structure, and so everything, your drop off, your pickup, everything is in the parking structure. So that's a little bit more difficult if you're not driving and parking yourself, which I have family in that area, so if at all possible, I don't pay to park. So I don't mind either one of those. And I'm going to be adding to my ports this year, Miami, Tampa, and New Orleans. So ask me in December. I'll tell you a different answer maybe.
Well, when you come to New Orleans, it's going to be easy peasy because you got
I got a ride
driving you. So
that's right.
Yeah.
There ain't going to be none of that traffic or nothing.
For me, I haven't had a bad terminal experience. My favorite is Tampa because it is so easy. My least favorite, and it's only because of the traffic, is Miami. The terminal experience is easy. I've always had good experiences getting in and out of the terminal, but the traffic is just horrible right now, because of construction and everything. So the past couple times I've been to Miami, it's just been awful. But Fort Lauderdale is real easy. I agree. Canaveral is probably the place I've sailed out of most of. I want to say 4 or 5 times now. I've been out of San Pedro. That was kind of easy to get in and out of too. With Princess, it was pretty easy out of there. The only port I have not sailed out of with Florida is West Palm Beach or Jacksonville. So have not sailed out of those 2. But yeah, they're pretty easy in Florida. I'm adding to my list this year Baltimore, Seattle, and Boston. So I'll let you know about those too.
Ooh, 90. DC, where are you from?
They're in New Jersey.
And it's 90? Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. There's dates like that it's like 3 days in a row, and then it just it rains like crazy after the 3 days.
Yeah, and then it'll be 50.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Definitely.
I think, I hear all these horror stories about people at these ports, and it's not I'm not saying everybody, but I've heard stories about it. And a lot of it is, I know I'm going to catch some flack, but it's failure to prepare.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't have all your ducks in a row before you get there. Then you're like, oh, I got to find this. Oh, where's this? Oh, we don't have this, and this is blah, 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 blah. Well, yeah, you're going to get hemmed up, And I got this. I make sure I have like my passport, my IDs, all my stuff, boarding passes, luggage tags, whatever. I got everything in one spot. Usually I'll take everything and put it in my passport. And it either goes, I got this little crossbody little bag that I keep all my stuff in, so it actually stays on me. I keep it in there, and as soon as I walk up, I just pull out one thing, and there you go.
Mm-hmm.
And they do their thing, they give it back to me, and the thing zip, and I'm gone. I think a lot of it is like, people that don't pack your passport in your suitcase, stuff. It's simple stuff to avoid, but people still do it just out of repetition or whatever.
And I always screenshot my boarding pass too, because you can never count on the Wi-Fi in the terminal.
I'm going to circle back to the passport thing. And the only reason I'm circling back to this is I saw this morning, I was scrolling through Facebook. I'm in a bunch of groups, and somebody was asking about the ID. Their 17-year-old lost their ID, and they had a paper copy of a replacement, and they were getting ready to cruise. And I wanted to scream because people, I know that it's an added expense to get a passport, but please get a passport, especially if we lose our licenses all the time. People's purses get snatched, someone pickpockets, and those things happen. I beg of you, before you go on that first cruise or before you go on your next cruise, make sure that your passport is renewed if it's necessary. Please go ahead and get your passport. Just factor that into your expenses. And that way, if something happens, the unthinkable, your purse gets stolen, your wallet gets, pickpocketed, you lose your ID. My son was at Dave & Buster's and someone stole his wallet. He lost his ID. So it can happen. And he was home. He wasn't off in some, random touristy place. Things like that.
A passport's not that expensive, believe it or not.
It's really not. And when you consider
passport's really not.
It's good. It's not as good as long for minors, but for adults, it's a 10-year thing. For minors, I think it's 5. But even still, if you divide the price by 5, you're still doing better than, missing your ship because you got pickpocketed 3 days before your cruise, and some states have, where they print your replacement license right there, I guess, but not every state has that. So I beg of you, if you don't have a passport, even if you don't have a cruise coming up in the super near future, please go ahead and plan ahead and get that passport, because you never know when you're going to need it. It costs a lot more to get it in a rush. I've got folks that are cruising. They booked a last minute cruise with me this past week, and they're going tomorrow to see if they can get a rush passport. If not, they're going to use your driver's license and birth certificate, but they want to have a passport.
Oh my God, that absolutely sucks. I did that once.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to renew my passport, and I went on a driver's license and birth certificate. Never again. Never. No, indeed, because they interrogate you like you're, a communist terrorist when you get back. Well, where did you go? Cozumel, Costa Maya. Where are you from? What's it say on my damn driver's license? I mean, it's just, and these people are from here, like, dude, you're not. Okay,
Yeah.
Grinding my gears. Another episode of Grinding My Gears.
Grinding my gears. Yeah, it
You
wasn't. Fortunately, it wasn't that bad coming back, but it definitely was a lot slower getting on and coming back.
A lot slower.
I'm so glad when we said that, you know, after I went on my first cruise and I got my passport, Patrick went with me. We went ahead and both got ours. And then when we booked my daughter's cruise, we didn't do it immediately, but I guess it was probably the February break. It was probably the February break, I guess it was, Patrick. He's in the kitchen now. But they went to they went during the break because he's a teacher and she works at the school as well. So they went and got her passport applied for, and she's got hers back. We haven't done one for Logan yet, but Lord, I don't know if Logan's ever going to leave this house, much less the country. But yeah, so 3 of the 4 of us have our passports, and I think Logan may want to do Alaska with us. We're talking about doing Alaska in July of 28. And I think that may end up being a big family trip for us. So possibly all 4 of us. So he will have a passport before we go to Alaska.
And here's the thing about passports is you can renew it up to 1 year before it expires. Most places require your passport to be valid for 6 months after you return from your cruise. So it's not 6 months from the day of your cruise, it's after you return. So, example, my passport expires in February of 2028. So after my March of 2027 cruise is when we are going to renew our passports, so they're valid when we take our cruises in June and then our Japanese cruise in July. Mm-hmm. So, we'll have plenty of time to get them back.
Another case in point: if you don't think that having it valid 6 months after you come back, go watch Coach Cruise's fiasco he went through when he flew all the way to Australia and they wouldn't let him on the ship because his passport expired 5 months after he came back.
Wow.
So he went and got an emergency passport, flew to the next cruise port and tried to get on the ship, and they were stopping in, I think it was Madagascar. Madagascar does not allow emergency passports. Once again, they would not let him on the ship. Then he had to fly all the way back home. Go watch that episode. That was a whole fiasco. I mean, Carnival worked with him and covered most of his expenses, getting back home and all that kind of stuff. But can you imagine, and like they were talking about, you should always know about your passport. And yeah, I get it. But Cruise Line should also be able to tell, okay, you don't have enough time left when you come back.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Now, they know you put that passport number in there and you get on a ship. They know if your ass got a warrant, because you're going to get arrested either when you get to the port or when you get back. They will have authorities there. If you have a warrant,
Yeah.
Yep. And I always put an alarm in my calendar because we all use our cell phones now. So put an alarm in your calendar 1 year before your passport expires. So that way you're not caught off guard when your passport expires. And then another rule that I use is as soon as you book a cruise, look at your passport, because you see that, like you said, Tricia, you see that all the time. People get on Facebook, okay, my cruise leaves tomorrow. I can't find my passport. Or where was it when you booked your cruise? I know you didn't book your cruise 2 days ago, because we can't do that anymore. So as soon as you book a cruise, find out where your passport is. Find out if it expires. It's those simple things that will make you for it. Because cruises should not be stressful.
No.
For me, the stressful part is getting to the cruise, but after that, it's all relaxation.
Yeah.
Okay.
We keep all of ours in a passport wallet. They all stay together. They're in a passport wallet. I'm about to order a second one so that I can I don't know if I'll order it this trip, but I'm going to get a second one so that I don't take the one that other folks that aren't going on the trip need. I don't want to take all of them. So I'm going to get a second one so that I can put, my spending money and everything all together in one wallet. But yeah, keep it all together.
That's what I do. I mean, I have a little packet that I keep my passport in, my travel credit card. I got one credit card I only use for travel, whether it being food while I'm traveling, or my expense account on the ship, or all of that. Anyway, I keep all that in a little packet, and it's in my gun safe, and that's where it stays. The only time I pull it out of there is when I'm registering the passport, like for a cruise or putting it in for flights or whatever. It's the only time I take it out, and it goes right back in there until the night before I leave. Then it comes out and goes in my pack. That's it. Never have to look for it.
Yeah. I see a lot of new names in the chat today, so I'm going to interrupt here and just say welcome. Glad you are here. I don't know which channel you guys are coming in on, but please make sure you click that like button, give everybody a thumbs up. And if you're channel surfing, go ahead and give everybody a thumbs up there. Show some love. And thank you for coming in. We did have, I think it was Kane said his birthday was yesterday, so happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
So I did want to make sure I said that. Trippin was a new one that just came in. And Ryan was a new name I hadn't seen yet, Ryan Fox. And I'm sorry if I miss you if you're new, but also welcome to the chat. And hopefully you'll come hang out with us again. And I see Alex has made it in. Hey, Alex, are you out at the port today? Are you watching ships sail away, or are you at home? Alex is a cool kid.
Yep. And Tricia, what you said is a darn good idea. Here's my extra passport wallet. Got my oldest son's, my daughter's passport in there because they're not traveling with us on our next trip. And here's my RFID protected passport wallet. I've already got our passports in there for my Vision of the Sea trip. So
yeah,
I've even got our names on the outside of the passport, so we're not okay. We need Christopher's passport. Okay, here's my passport. We need Jonathan's. Not having to open it up inside. We already know whose passport's whose. So that's where they go.
Hey, Miss Vicky. Saw Miss Vicky came in here. Welcome, welcome. I'm way behind here in this chat.
I know, like iPhone users, there's a way you could tie your passport into your phone. I don't know about Android though, because I got an Android and I haven't figured it out.
There is, it's through the TSA somehow. It's called
because I mean, I would rather take my phone with me into a port and leave the passport in the.
Now, what I do is I have the wallet and the card, the book and the card. And so I leave my book on the ship and I take the card with me. So I don't have my actual, I mean, it's not going to do me any good if I get left behind, but if I get left behind, they're going to take my passport off and leave it with the port authorities anyway. They're going to go get it out of my safe. But I do that's my ID. I use that for my ID so I don't lose my driver's license. If I get, lose my license in the foreign country, at least I don't lose my license.
Yeah, we got a thing on here called LA Wallet. It's for Louisiana. And I got like my driver's license, my hunting and fishing license, my concealed carry permit. It's all on an app. So
it's called Mobile Passport Control. You can download the app. MPC.
Okay.
Mobile Passport Control. Is that Android or Apple?
This is Android.
Android?
Yeah. I think it's called the same thing on Apple too, Mobile Passport Control.
I'll have to look that up. Ryan says he's not too new. He watches and chats on Chase Us Around Town. I'm on Chase Us Around Town. That's actually, I started watching that ages ago and have been down there and done sail away with them a couple of times. But I guess I haven't been paying attention to the chat very well because your name is a newish name for me. So I will definitely look you up next time Chase is live, which I guess will be this afternoon.
Yeah, it should be this afternoon.
Chris, that app, it just says MPC on it?
MPC, yeah.
Okay. We're going to go ahead and put that up in here.
Yep. Alex says Caribbean Princess is in port at Port Canaveral today, and today is the Carnival Venezia's last day, so they're going to reposition, I guess. Where do they sail out of normally? Is it up north, like New York, maybe? I don't remember. So,
sure.
He said, there it is, going to New York City.
Yep.
So.
Let's see.
I know. And we normally cut it at about an hour, but we've been having a great conversation. So I've just been letting it go. I will wrap it up here shortly because my husband's going to go out and do the lawn, and at that point, all you're going to hear is the lawnmower. So definitely don't want to do that. And also, Chase is going to go live. It's either 3:15 or 3:30 is usually when he goes live on Sundays. So definitely, if you're not having to run and do something else, tune in to Chase Us Around Town. I don't know, Danny, I don't know if Danny's in here, if Danny wants to drop his link. Chase is good people. He's a teacher, and he's about to leave the education field and do the YouTube live full time. So definitely go hang out and support him and his wife. They come out just about every weekend when he, of course, life happens and he can't get out every single weekend. So like yesterday, JC Journeys with JC was on. JC streamed it yesterday. But yeah, definitely. Thank you, Danny. Danny dropped that link up in there for me.
I've been seeing a lot of news where, and I hate to say this, but teachers are leaving the field.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
They're like leaving in droves. One, they're not getting paid enough, which being ex-military, I'll tell you, teachers don't get paid enough. But it's like they can't do anything with these kids because the way they're being raised, that they do nothing wrong and they don't have to do this and they don't have to do that, and just their general skills are just so poor, and then it all gets dumped on the teachers, and then they got their hands tied where they can't do anything about it.
Yeah. It's definitely changed over the years. I started teaching in 1999 and I left it in 2016 due to health issues, not because of the kids, but I definitely saw in that 17-year span a huge difference. And of course, I see it now because my husband is still a teacher and my daughter is getting ready to go. Well, she is in college, but she has decided she's going to specialize in, I think, special ed. That's where she wants to land.
I'm not talking about the special ed, the special needs students. I'm not talking about them.
Yeah.
I'm talking about your
general ed who are coddled too much.
Junior high and up into high school.
Yeah.
That they can't do anything. The kids don't listen. They're just. And then when they try to talk to the parents are like, well, why aren't you teaching them correctly?
Yeah.
Mike. All right, come over here. Come here. I want you to teach this rock how to do algebra. Go ahead.
Right. Yeah. 100%. Brian said the same thing. 100%
I don't get it. I'm gonna tell you something. Back in the day, I didn't listen to school, and that teacher called my parents. I was done.
Oh yeah.
I was absolutely done. And then the worst thing you could ever hear, the worst thing a guy could ever hear, your dad's on his way up here. Oh, no, not dad. Anybody but dad. I don't care. Dad. Anybody but dad. Because now, if dad's off work while I'm in school and he's home enjoying his time at the house, him and mom are doing a whatever, and then
they're playing checkers.
My dad's got to go up to the school to deal with me. It's not a good day. It's definitely not going to be a good day. Crazy.
Yeah.
But these kids don't care, man. These kids talk to you any kind of way. I'm like,
yeah. Definitely. That is for sure. So gonna wrap it up here. Are you guys gonna be around next weekend? You guys want to go live?
Sure.
I should be.
I will be here. I think I get home Sunday evening.
Okay.
But I'm open Wednesday morning, and I won't be back till Sunday evening.
Okay. Well, you tell Chris and Liz hello for us.
Oh, don't worry. You're going to see it.
I'm sure I will.
You're definitely going to see it.
I am sure we will.
See, they were like, oh, we're going to do a bunch of members videos. I'm like, aha, joke's on you. I'm going to be filming the same stuff. And I ain't no members, nothing on my channel,
That's right.
Not yet.
Yeah, they can copyright. Oh, you cursing and all of it. Yeah, well, whatever. I don't care.
Whatever. It's all fine.
No,
Well,
I'm not going to do the same. I'm going to let them do their members only thing because people pay for members only. So I'm gonna do just a bunch of other little dumb stuff.
Yeah. Well, we'll definitely we'll come live next weekend, and then I will take the following weekend off. The 31st, I believe, is the date. That Sunday. Eddie and I both are going to be cruising. We're both going to be out of town. We are not cruising together.
Yeah.
He's going out of Miami. I'm going out of Tampa. So no rumors. We're not cruising together. But
Oh my God,
So I gotta
this
delete that message
isn't
off
high
Facebook.
school or junior high. I mean, geez,
right.
we all know you could never handle Eddie anyway.
That's right. I mean, I'm just not
That's
woman
why he's
enough.
got to keep Alice around. Alice is the only one. Show up with that. Where's it at? No, I got it around the head. Show up with the stick. What I tell you,
Right.
Oh, you just
Using
put
his
that English. Oh,
using his proper name and everything. Yeah.
Eduardo.
First, middle, and last name.
I remembered that. I think I got it right. Did I get it right?
Eduardo Jaime Lugo.
nope. But okay.
I didn't get it right. Dang it. I thought I had it. I thought I
My,
had it.
my middle name is not Eduardo or
I didn't
Eduardo.
say Eduardo. I said Edg. Edguar.
Edgardo.
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 Okay.
Edgar. Here in the South, we say Edgar.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, we will definitely be around next weekend. And then the following weekend we'll take off because I'm going to be en route to Tampa. I'm not driving. Colleen is driving. And I would go live in the car, but we're going to have a car full of people. So I don't know that they would appreciate that so much. So I'm
the
just
language that you have in there, forget it.
Yeah. So, but I will be back the following Sunday. That's my plan anyway. I think it's the 7th, 6th or 7th, whatever that Sunday is. I'm going to plan to be back. And if anyone's around, wants to go live with me, of course, I have to tell you all about my cruise. So, and hopefully, Mr. Lugo there will, if he's back, we can share notes.
She'll be back on Saturday.
Okay. Well, if you're around and want to compare cruises, we can do that. But yeah, everyone have a fantastic week. Eddie, anything else going on today? Anyone else live? I know Chase is coming up.
I believe that Carnival Cruise Addicts will not be live today. They have family in town. Everybody else should be. Cedar Journeys at 6, Coker at 7, and Campan at 8. And also Highway Cruise at 9 tonight. So it should be regular except for Carnival Cruise Addicts. They're not. They won't be on today.
Right. Awesome. All right, y'all. Well, have a fantastic rest of your day and have a great week. And I will see you around the YouTubes.
Yep.
Ciao. See you on the streets.
On the streets. See ya.
On YouTube streets.
YouTubes.